Okay, good morning and welcome to Shiva YouTube. Ian Talina. And today we're starting a new week of Shulchan Aruch Yomi, Simon Kufay and Aleph, 171. This Simon deals with not disgracing food. Most of the Simon talks about baltashkas, doing things that render a food inedible. Right? If it was edible and you render it inedible on purpose, so you're over presumably on baltashkas. I don't know on the Israel rice of baltashkas, but you're at least disgracing the food because it was edible and you're making it inedible. Maybe the Isser is, you're not allowed, just like you're not allowed to hit yourself, you're also not allowed to waste your money, right? You're not allowed to throw money out um, because, HaTorah Chasam Adam Shal Yisrael, the Torah gave importance to the money of Klal Yisrael. You have to watch your money. You can't just throw it away. You can't rip. I was at a Purim party once. A Haredi guy got up and he wanted to show everyone how money was meaningless and disgusting money. He took a dollar bill, he ripped a dollar bill. That was just a dollar. I mean, but he wanted to make a point that, the problem is that this guy was being supported by his parents. Where's he getting and his in-laws? So to say money is invaluable when you're being supported by someone else, if you're a person that's a very wealthy person, you hit it big in the stock market, you're a big real estate mogul, you earn a lot of money, you have millions or billions of dollars in your bank account, you want to rip a dollar bill. I mean, it's probably not the best thing. Maybe it's not allowed according to the Torah, but you're not, you have plenty of money to go around, and you earn the money yourself. When someone else is giving you the money, and you say, "Money is terrible," I mean, yeah, go tell that to the person supporting you. They had to work to earn the money, so it's kind of. When I saw that, I'm like, this is not this is not a mature way of acting. So that's what it talks about. You're not allowed to waste food, but there's one halacha when it comes to bread. Bread, you ain't zorkin as a pasta. Gemara says, even though you can do kol srach of a pasta, you can do anything with pasta as long as you're still able to eat it afterwards. To throw bread, right? They always talk about in school you're not supposed to throw food. There's no problem throwing food if the food is not going to get ruined. If it's a food that's in a wrapper, a food that's in like a pomegranate that has a shell on it, a walnut or something like that, that you're eating what's inside, or even let's say pistachio nuts, right? You'll eat the pistachio inside, you're not eating the shell. If it's a cashew or something like that, you're going to eat the outside. So then maybe you have a problem because most people don't eat things off the floor. But let's say you throw bread in a bag, right? And even if it lands on the floor, even if you got Cooper Cup, you can throw it to the best wide receiver, and football is going to catch it. Doesn't make a difference whether he's going to catch it for sure or not, or even if it's going to fall on the floor, and it has a bag. It doesn't make a difference. You can't throw bread. Other foods you can throw, right? You can throw foods on the floor as long as it's in a wrapper or it's in a hard shell where you're going to eat it, because that's not baltashkas. But bread you can't throw, and this is brought in halacha aleph. It's also brought in halacha dalid. The only thing in halacha dalid it says lo gluskos olam. In halacha aleph it says zarkin apas. I think the Gemara is Zarkin Apas, but I think Halacha Dalit is an explanation of Zarkin Apas. Gluskos is mentioned in Hey. Gluskos are fancy rolls, like rolls you would see at a wedding or something like that, a challah or a bilklach, something a festive type of bread. You go to a restaurant or something like that, they give you focaccia bread to start your meal as a starter. Fancy breads, there's breads, you go to the store, you can get sliced bread, you can get a loaf of sliced bread, that's not so fancy. You can get, a baguette, it's a fancy type of bread, brioche, challah, a roll of challah. Those are fancy type of bread, like a Shabbos meal, right? The challah is one of the main parts of the meal. It gives the point of the challah is not to fill you up. You have other foods to fill you up. The point of the challah really is supposed to be is to add honor, and that's the point of Lechem Mishnah is to give honor to the meal. We talk about Hilchas Tilas Yadayim specifically for bread, because it's proper etiquette when you're having a festive meal, or a festive meal where the bread is served not to fill you up, but just to make the meal festive. Bread, right? A roll of bread or bread when it's baked in a certain way makes a meal more festive, makes it more important. Fancy meals have fancy bread. So I really believe this halacha and Zarkan only applies to bread like that, loose coast, fancy rolls, things that are festive type of bread. If you would take you put a slice of bread from, you bought it at the grocery store over here, a sliced bread, you put it in a plastic bag and you threw it on the floor. I don't believe the halacha in Zarkan applies. I think because it's in the bag and you'll eat it from the bag and it didn't fall on the floor, it's not disgusting. There's no baltashkas. No wasting of money. I think it's okay. We're talking about over here. Zorgan as a pas means a whole roll of bread, which is something which adds festivity to the meal, and it's like etiquette, right? Proper etiquette is it's good midos, bad midos to throw something that is an honorable thing. It's an honorable food. Not every food is honorable. Food doesn't add honor to your meal. A fancy bread adds honor to your meal. It adds value to your meal. To throw a challah roll or to throw a loaf of bread or a baguette or something like that, that would be a problem. Or focaccia bread. Those things I think you can't throw because it's disgraceful because these are honorable items as opposed to other foods which are not necessarily honorable items. But a slice of bread I don't think is a problem. That's what I would say from this halacha. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.